I respect everybody until they earn my disrespect. They just had the numbers for the old bunghole scare roll out for the first 3 days. Well, I guess they released more numbers than that, but for the first 3 days is all I heard. And what I heard was exactly what was predicted. I knew that this was going to be an abysmal fiasco and a failure. And it was designed to be a failure. The very target of a bunghole scare is young, healthy Americans. The same young, healthy Americans that can now stay on their parents' insurance policies until they are 26 years old. That right there seems like a built-in failure. Your target audience is going to, run right to mama and dada's insurance policy, aren't they? Why are they going to sign up for this horse shit? And I think a couple of things are happening here. Not only that, but it is my firm belief that the dumbing down that has been happening for, 2 generations now, in our education system, and in our society too, really, is actually working against a bunghole. You see, by the abysmal numbers, the first day was 6 people signed up. 6 people. Chris Matthews will tell you that there are no glitches. Said it over and over again. There are no glitches. Well, I beg to differ. Day 2, 100 people signed up for a bunghole scare. 100? Day 3, 200 and some odd people signed up. Wait, what? Wait. To hit target numbers in order to finance a bunghole scare, because what a bunghole scare does is it puts the old, sick, needy on the backs of the young, strong, and no other choice when you make the law. We'll get back to that in a second. But as I said, it seems to be actually designed to fail. Exactly like the green energy projects. All kinds of money. Where are the green jobs? Do you see any? No, not one. Along with other fiascos that have cost us just a lot of money, we now have all kinds of people on both sides of the fence that are screaming for delaying the individual mandate now of this, what I know to be an unconstitutional law. Can't make me buy anything for any reason. The government cannot force me into commerce. I don't care what name they put on the tear running down their cheek. It's the Constitution. You can't change the Constitution unless you go and you amend it, and you haven't done that. Not only that, but once he made a law, he keeps changing it at will. You can't do that either. You have to go through Congress and Senate and have it, done legally. Nothing about a bunghole scare has been done legally. Nothing. From day one. But it seems that the dumbing down, as I said, is working too good. By the abysmal startup numbers, and as I said, in order to finance this, they were supposed to sign up 30-some-odd thousand people each and every day. 30 days in, I guarantee, I don't have those numbers, but I guarantee they haven't hit that one-day number yet in a month. It's been a month. And I'll bet they haven't hit that 30,000 enrollee target yet in 30 days. Not an abysmal failure? Remember now, we're talking about millions of people. Matter of fact, hundreds of millions of people. 330 million people in this country. 6 people signed up? Wow, this isn't an abysmal failure? Who were those 6 people? Did he personally tell them to call? Come on, are you serious? 100 people on the second day. Really? You know that there are more hardcore or bunghole enthusiasts in this country than that, right? We can all agree on that. 300 on the third day. You have to agree that these numbers are absolutely sickening, disgusting. 30 days in, where are we? Not very far. But I believe it was all designed to fail. Yet again, another one of his projects that are doomed from the beginning. He wants socialized medicine. He wants this to fail, to move everybody to a single-payer system, and he's been saying that for years, and nobody listens. I was listening. I knew this all along. This was designed to fail. And it seems, as I said, by those abysmal numbers, even with old Bunghole's die-hard fans around the country, shouldn't he have had more numbers than that? But I believe that the dumbing down of society, as I said, is working against them. How? It is my firm belief that most people, most Americans, are going to find out about a bunghole scare when they fill out their tax form. When the tax man asks them, where's your policy? They're going to say, what the fuck are you talking about? Well, you have to have an insurance policy or you're going to get fined. What are you talking about? Well, it's the law. What are you talking about? I'm telling you, there are going to be millions of tax preparers around the country with millions of people sitting in front of their faces scratching their heads, saying, I have to pay a fine? What the fuck are you talking about? The government can't force me to buy shit. Watch and learn. It's coming. Watch when people fill out their taxes, then they find out, because that's when most people are going to find out. Mark my words. The dumbing worked way too well for them. And this, I think, is a good indication of that. First of all, the government cannot make me buy anything for any reason. The government cannot stop me from buying anything for any reason. They don't have the right to outlaw drugs. The government only has the right to regulate commerce, not stop it. Look in the Constitution. It has been stomped on, tromped on, and now John Kerry thinks that it is going to be okay to try to take your guns away because of a UN agreement that he signed. Really? I don't think so. Nothing the UN says can override the Constitution. Nothing anybody says, even though Bunghole himself, as much of a messiah as you think he is, cannot override the Constitution. He's broken yet another law. He has lied to us incessantly. You like your plan? You can keep your plan. Period. You like your doctor? You can keep your doctor. Period. Those were lies. Blatant lies, because he knew. Documents have surfaced that shows the White House, and he knew that you couldn't keep your doctor. You weren't going to be able to keep your health plan. He knew it. And he bald-faced, blatantly lied to the country. That's what Nixon did. That's what got Nixon impeached. Lying to the country. That's all he did to get impeached. Do you know that? That's all Nixon did, was lie. And he got tossed. He got impeached. Another one fought incessantly. He did nothing wrong. And here again, a bunghole doesn't know anything about anything. Couldn't tell you anything. I found out about it on the news. I saw it on the news. I learned about it when you learned about it on the news. Are you serious? All of these, every one of them. That's what he's telling us. He didn't know anything about Benghazi. He didn't know anything about Fast and Furious. He learned about it on the news. He learned about the AP scandal on the news when we did. He learned about the NSA like everybody else did. He didn't. Now, either that's yet another lie he's telling us, or he is the most ignorant president we ever had. And yet, Nancy Pignosy calls this piece of shit brilliant? Brilliant? Are you out of your fucking mind? Well, Bunghole is far from brilliant. Far from brilliant. He's arrogant. Very arrogant and narcissistic. Who's going under the bus for this? Somebody is, not him. Sebelius will go under the bus for a bunghole scare. That will crash. We will have millions of people in the country forced off of their insurance. Forced. Where are they going to go when this thing crashes? Where are all these people going to go? We have a serious problem on our hands. A bunghole scare is not going to fly. You know, maybe this is the reason that the founding fathers said that the government cannot force us into commerce for any reason, because they knew that this is the kind of fiasco that would happen, that the United States government would keep reaching into our pockets deeper and deeper and lying the whole time. Lying about it the whole time. How much money was given to Solyndra that they didn't pay a fucking cent back? When they went into bankruptcy, how many months later? Was it 9 months after they got hundreds of millions of our tax dollars that they... How does that happen? I can't understand how a company gets hundreds of millions of dollars and then files bankruptcy. You're going to tell me that some of that money didn't find its way into Will Bunghole's pocket? Come on, people. Start using our heads. All of these things that are happening, none of you are paying attention to Fukushima, that is polluting the entire planet from a nuclear reactor. Those rods are sitting on the bare ground. They're burning their way into the earth. And nothing's being done. They're pouring water on it and letting the water run right back into the sea. They don't have enough storage for that radiated water. And if they get an earthquake, which happens all the time, they have how many hundreds of tanks of radiated water sitting around that property that they erected to hold water that they can't do anything about? They have rods that are just all over each other. And nobody's paying attention to this. Why don't you hear that on the news? This is a worldwide disaster. Don't hear a word. Why? Shouldn't we be helping? Shouldn't this be something that every single country in the world is awake, aware, and lending a hand to help? Don't hear a word. Not one word about it. Why? Don't you think there's a reason for that? They just had another earthquake over there. And another tsunami. Albeit a small one. Now we have nukes missing in the United States here. Yes, nuclear weapons missing. And then generals getting fired over it. What? Nobody's reporting on it. Gotta start looking for ourselves, people. This is gonna implode. This is going to implode quick. God bless America. God bless us all. Good luck, people. I think we're going to need it.